Okay, so this is my lockdown video, which is just about how I felt since March, basically. So I finished working in March. I work in a school in early years, and I really wanted to close and be safe and keep our children safe, because I felt the week before we closed, the pandemic had really taken off in Italy, and I felt like our government was holding back, and I was sort of alone in that thought at work. A lot of people weren't agreeing with me. They seemed to be continuing quite happy. I wasn't. I felt very unsafe. So I suppose I was relieved at the start and happy to be at home. However, it has obviously had its difficulties. It's in some ways I feel my mental health is good. I feel like I've done really well. I've really connected with lots of things like nature, and I do have a small garden. I live in a flat, but I do have a small garden, and since lockdown, I mean, I've never spent as much time in the garden, and things like doing a nature garden and learning about bees and the different kinds of bees and butterflies and wildlife and flowers, plants, trees, and that's gone on to the environment, and looking, just being really sustainable with what I use in my life. So I've changed plastic for a lot of recycled products, like my toothbrushes, my milk deliveries, orange juice, eggs, looking at the food I'm eating. So they're real positives that I know I can sustain and take forward, and I feel really connected to my environment, and that's because I've been at home, really, and not been busy with life as much. I have been working from home. I work 3 days a week, and I have been working from home, and that has gone up and down. Some weeks are okay, some weeks are really tricky. The balance is tricky. Obviously, it's difficult sometimes to concentrate on professional reading, which we're doing quite a lot of, because my mind wanders because I'm sitting in my kitchen, and so I see something that my mind wanders. So it is quite difficult to concentrate on work. But at the same time, I feel like I've just tried to stay as positive as possible. Every time, I hear someone saying, oh, you have a couple of good days and then you have a bad day, I think, no, not me. I'm doing really well. And then I have a bad day. And I suppose on the bad days, it's not that I want to go out. Actually, I'm really not too keen on going out. It's more that I feel that it's not normal. I want to be able to nip into a shop and feel safe. It's mostly about safety for me. I'm glad everyone is getting back to some kind of normality, and I'm trying really hard not to judge people now, because people are going out and they're trying to get back to normal, and they're meeting up and going to beaches, and and I'm not at that stage. I feel like home has been a very safe place for me. It always is anyway, and so even more so during this period of time. I've just appreciated my home and outside of my home, my little own safe area, so much that now I am a bit scared to go out. I have to admit. I will go out about once a week because I have to. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't. I don't really enjoy it. I can't wait to get back, and I do feel anxious about that. Not anxious enough to speak to anyone necessarily about it, because I think I just try and manage it myself, and I will get back to normal, and I have to do it, and I understand what I have to do, but things are getting back to normal. I know that. I know I have to, but I really don't want to right now. I just don't feel ready for it. I still feel safer at home, really, and yeah, so that's my video diary. Thank you.